You don't think this is an obvious suicide, Mr. Pet Detective?
It's all in military time. So from 2:23 to 7:40 in the afternoon and evening, the doors from rooms 32134 and 32135 were manipulated multiple times. For example, the doors were opened, closed, and the deadbolt locks were engaged and disengaged several times. There's a whole bunch of details to that, but hotels actually keep logs of all of this stuff. And somehow, folks got them to release them all. I don't know if they offered them or not. But journalists poured through them and analyzed things like moments where on the left you have room 32134 and on the right you have room 32135, and at 12:03 at the exact same moment both doors open from the inside despite Stephen Paddock being alone in the room, the only one in the room, no one else there. So obviously that's not true. Little details, subtle details, details matter. And there are certain details that prove that the official narrative is impossible.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Lord knows there's plenty of evidence here to support your theory. Except, of course, for that spot of blood on the railing over there.
At 11:20, they conduct an explosive breach into the room, 32135. They reported that Paddock was down from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. Then at 11:26, 6 minutes later, the strike team made a second explosive breach from inside of room 32135 into room 32134 through the connecting doors. Right? This is what we talked about earlier. They had to explosively breach into the other room that Paddock was allegedly shooting out of all night long. And so there's one piece of evidence that makes the story impossible.
May I tell you what I think happened? Alrighty then. Roger Padactor went out after work. He had a few drinks and he came home. But he wasn't alone. Someone else was with him in this apartment. There was a struggle and he was thrown over that balcony. Roger Padactor didn't commit suicide. He was murdered.
Well, that's a very entertaining story, but unfortunately, real detectives have to worry about that little thing called evidence.
Uh-oh. I think I heard a toilet flush. Maybe somebody lost a turtle.
Well, I guess I'm a little out of my league here. Einhorn, good work. Oh, there is just one more thing, Lieutenant. This woman is Roger Padactor's neighbor. She lives across the hall. She said she heard a scream. Is that right, ma'am?
Right.
And you said you had to open the balcony door when you keyed into the room?
Yeah, that's true.
You're certain you had to open this door?
At 11:26, 6 minutes later, the strike team made a second explosive breach from inside of room 32135 into room 32134 through the connecting doors. Right? This is what we talked about earlier. They had to explosively breach into the other room that Paddock was allegedly shooting out of all night long.
Yeah, I'm certain.
What's the point, Ventura?
Only this. This is double-pane soundproof glass. There's no way that neighbor could have heard Padactor scream on the way down with that door shut. The scream she heard came from inside this apartment before he was thrown over the balcony, and the murderer closed the door before he left. Yes! Yes! Oh, yeah! Can you feel that, buddy? Huh? 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 I have exorcised the demons. This house is clear.